Durga Puja. The festival is very special for Bengal and Bengalis. It is not only celebrated in West Bengal but also celebrated throughout the world. In West Bengal, the preparations started a year before. What will be the theme, how it will be executed, what are the materials required, etc. and etc. All the plannings and the arrangements starts a year before. Durgotsav is not just about religion. The inimitable festival has become synonymous with the beauty of larger than life Durga idols, the all night pandal hopping, and the unmatched city-wide revelry. Kolkata's streets are buzzing with laughter, festooned with dazzling light displays, and elaborate pandals with beautiful idols of Goddess Durga and her children. No matter what part of Kolkata you are in, you will realize the city of joy looks more enchanting during the 5 days Durga Puja festival. The word fiesta takes over Kolkata quite literally during Durga Puja. Once, the rituals such as preparing and serving bhog, chanting the mantras, giving pushpanjali, participating in different cultural activities, etc., are taken care of, the city explodes to life. The whole day, pandal hopping, chit chat sessions, wearing beautiful dresses, saris, and of course, above all, the food. Calcutta is the hub of food, and these are the key highlights of Durga Puja in Kolkata. Each year, Ma Durga comes on different vahan or vehicle, which indicates about the future time, like what is going to happen in the commencing time. And these depends on Navaratri starts on which day. For example, if Navaratri starts either on Sunday or Monday, that means Ma is coming on an elephant. If Navaratri starts on Tuesday or Saturday, that means Ma is coming on a horse. And if Navaratri starts either on Thursday or Friday, that means Ma is coming on Doli. And this year, as Navaratri starts on Thursday, that means this time Ma is coming on Doli. While the Kolkata's public Durga Puja pandals get all the attention, the traditional Bonede Bari pujas in the city's palatial old private mansions are also worth experiencing. The mansions belong to the city's aristocratic zamindar or landlord families who have been carrying on the festivities for centuries. The two most famous ones are Shobhabajar Rajbari and Rani Rashmuni Bari Durga Puja in North Kolkata. Puja commences with the invocation of the presence of Goddess Durga into the idols on Mahasaptami, the 7th day. The ritual begins early in the morning before dawn with the bathing of a banana tree in Hooghly River. The banana tree is dressed like the newly wedded bride, who is known as Kolabu, the banana bride, in a sari, and used to transport the goddess's energy. The best place to attend the ritual are Prinsep Ghat, Bagh Bajar, and Ahiri Tola Ghats. The Kumari Puja is another significant ritual that's performed during Durga Puja festival. During the festival, Goddess Durga is worshipped in various forms. In this ritual, she worshipped the form of an innocent young unmarried virgin girl. This serves as a reminder that the goddess and her energy are omnipresent in all beings. Belur Moth in Kolkata holds an extensive program of the rituals during all the 9 days. including special Kumari Puja. On the last day of Durga Puja, which is known as Dashami, the festivities commence with married women placing red sindoor powder on the idols of goddess Durga. Then they smear it on each other. In the evening, the idols are immersed in water. One of the most popular immersion points in Kolkata is Babu Ghat, which is located centrally near Eden Garden. Although one can catch the action at any of the ghats along the river, an excellent way of seeing it is by a boat ride. Durga Puja, traditionally held for 10 days in the month of Ashvina, the 7th month of the Hindu calendar, and particularly celebrated in Bengal, Assam, and other eastern Indian states. Durga Puja celebrates the victory of goddess Durga over the demon king Mahishasura. Ma Durga slayed the demon Mahishasura, who was the king of Asuras and had a head of buffalo. Even though he was an Asura, he worshipped Lord Brahma and performed years of penance for him. Finally, Lord Brahma was impressed by his devotion and was ready to grant him a wish. Mahishasura, drunk with power and wanting to dominate the entire earth, demanded immortality. He desired that he should not die at the hands of either man or animal. Lord Brahma immediately granted him his wish, but also told him that his death would occur at the hands of a woman. However, Mahishasura thought that he was too powerful to be killed by a woman. After this wish, he attacked three lok: earth, heaven, and hell. He didn't spare Indralok even. Even though the gods declared war against him, they were unable to defeat him because he was blessed by Lord Brahma. After feeling helpless and seeking Lord Vishnu's help, they decided to create a female form. All the three gods, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, came together and created goddess Durga, an avatar of ultimate Shakti. According to the mythology, Mahishasura and Ma Durga were engaged in a war for about 15 days, and after that, Ma Durga finally stabbed him in the chest, while her lion dug its claws deep into the flesh. That was the end of the evil Mahishasura. There is one more thing about the festival that not everyone knows, and that is, every year the artists and idol makers go to the brothel and ask for soil to make Ma Durga's idol. In Kolkata, the most famous brothel is Kumari. The city is renowned for its sculpting prowess. It is not only manufacturing clay idols for the various festivals, but also regularly exports them. The idol for the puja needs to be made from a mixture of cow urine, cow dung, and punya mati. This is done because priests believe that during the fight between goddess Durga and Mahishasura, Mahishasura tried to misbehave with Ma Durga, but she destroyed him. Thus, this ritual is an act of paying respect to womanhood, to the woman who bear the brunt of harsh words and prejudice of the society. Durga Puja starts with Mahalaya and is followed by Shashti, Saptami, Ashtami, Navami, and Dashami. The day of Mahalaya occurs on Amavasya and is held on the day of the dark fourth night, in the month of Ashvina, according to the traditional Hindu calendar. It is a day on which Hindus perform tarpana by offering water, food to their dead ancestors. This day is marked by preparing for the arrival of Goddess Durga on earth. The occasion is associated with different practices, and it is believed that the mantras called Mahishasur Mardini invoke the goddess. The most famous one is Jago Tumi Ja. Today is Saptami, the 7th day, and it is marked by bathing of the goddess, reciting artis. On this day, a group of 9 plants called Navaratri are tied together to present it to the 9 manifestations of Goddess Durga. During the early hours of the morning, before sunrise, these plants are immersed in the water of river Ganga. These are the 9 plants which are being offered. Pomegranate leaves, which is offered to Goddess Raktadanik. Ashoka leaves, which is offered to the Goddess Shokarita. Banana leaves, which is offered to Goddess Brahmani. Arum plant leaves, which is offered to Goddess Chamunda. Colocasia plant trees, which is offered to Goddess Kalika. Turmeric plant leaves, which is offered to Ma Durga. Rice paddy leaf, which is offered to Ma Lakshmi. Jayanti plant leaves, which is offered to Goddess Kartiki. And bale leaves to Lord Shiva.
Ganapati அம்மாஜி இந்த பாட்டு எனக்கு கற்றுக் கொடுத்தா. இன்னைக்கு தான் அரங்கேற்றம். கூட வேற தொடங்கள் வந்துச்சு. நினைத்தது கை கூடும் காஞ்சி மகான் என்ற சொல்லே மந்திரம் கருத்துடன் ஜபித்தார். நினைத்தது கை கூடும் சத்குருவான சந்திரசேகர சரஸ்வதியை சத்குருவான சந்திரசேகர சரஸ்வதியை உறவே நமோ என்று ஜபித்திடுவோம் நாமே. சத்குருவான சந்திரசேகர சரஸ்வதியை உறவே நமோ என்று ஜபித்திடுவோம் நாம். காஞ்சி மகான் என்ற சொல்லே மந்திரம் கருத்துடன் ஜபித்தால் நினைத்தது கை கூடும். குருவின் அருள் இருந்தால் திருவருள் கிடைக்கும். திருவின் அருள் இருந்தால் நன்மைகள் பயக்கும். குருவின் அருள் இருந்தால் திருவருள் கிடைக்கும். திருவின் அருள் இருந்தால் நன்மைகள் பயக்கும். குருவும் திருவும் ஒன்றென்றறிந்து குருவும் திருவும் ஒன்றென்றறிந்து குருவை சரணடைந்தார் ஜபித்திடுவோம் நாமே. குருவை சரணடைந்து ஜபித்திடுவோம் நாமே. ஜெய ஜெய சங்கர ஹர ஹர சங்கர ஜெய ஜெய சங்கர ஹர ஹர சங்கர ஜெய ஜெய சங்கர ஹர ஹர சங்கர ஜெய ஜெய சங்கர ஹர ஹர சங்கர.
Jaya